Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Rome series. This is episode 5 of season 2 and it is called Heroes of the Republic. Last episode. First of all, as expected, Attia did not drink the poison stew. Unfortunately, the poor girl that worked in the kitchen tested it first and died. Then the little rat assassin was caught, tortured, and he quickly gave up the name Servilia before he was killed. Servilia was then brought to Attia's house and brutally tortured, which caused her main bodyguard, I still can't remember this guy's name, to have a morality issue on the spot and decided to cut Servilia free and leave Attia's side. I don't know if that's him quit his position permanently, but he definitely didn't want to finish off the torture on Servilia. Really strange choice if you ask me. Like, if Servilia can, he will be one of the first people she has killed. Then we saw Mark Antony suffered a defeat from Augustus and was retreating north. We got to see a bit more of the more grown-up Octavians. I keep calling him Augustus and Octavian. It's the same fucking dude, right? So whatever name I use, you know who I mean. Anyway, we got to see his now recast older actor. Like I said last episode, I wouldn't have done that. I would have stuck with the initial actor, but yeah, I got used to him, it's fine. And then we got the rescue mission I was hoping for. Titus and Lucius found the slave camp where Lucius's kids were, and he managed to get all of them back and even embraced the boy. Very heartwarming to see. Unfortunately, one of his daughters was being used as a prostitute within the slave camp, which is obviously horrific, but at least he saved her and they killed the slave master, so a pretty happy ending all things considered, and I'm looking forward to getting into this week's episode. So without further ado, this is episode 5 of season 2, Heroes of the Republic. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. It looks like his brother's slowly converting him back to being a morally sound religious guy. Not to say religion is morally sound, but you know. We're back in France. Now I was not expecting this.
Alright boys.
Fucking hell. Mark Antony looks like A, he's been through some shit, and B, he's auditioning to play Wolverine. He probably killed that deer with his bare hands. Director was like, it's fine, just keep filming, we'll work it into the script.
If you don't want to, you don't need to go back to the Collegium.
Antony's orders don't stand now, do they?
The orders haven't been rescinded.
Don't tell me Lucius is gonna go back and fight alongside Mark Antony. If anything, I want to see both these guys join Octavian's side.
Go far away. Who's to know?
Lie, you mean? Live dishonestly.
Well, it's nice to see he's learned how to smile again after finding all his children alive and well. I say well, we'll use that term quite loosely. Weller than dead.
By whose authority do you block the road?
By authority of Gaius Octavian Caesar.
Oh come on, this is the perfect time to switch sides. Octavian won't be mad at Lucius.
Not yet. Can't run off without any money.
Oh what? He's spent all this time trying to find them and they don't want to live with him anymore. That's kind of heartbreaking. He was a bit of a douchebag father to them, but still, family's family. He's definitely a better person to look after them than the last people they were hanging about with. Slavers aren't known for their parental skills generally. I'm sure there's one out there. I'm sure there's one slaver who's like a great father figure. He's still whipping you, but you know, with love.
Endured a finer victory.
I am Caesar himself. Technically speaking.
This new actor for Octavian has quite alien eyes. And I know that's coming from the Dark Circle, you know, skeletal eye guy. I accept that, fully accept it. He's still an alien.
It is well known that actual command of the battle was in their hands.
The purpose of a battle is to remain alive.
Now, I like this because Octavian is one guy Cicero will not be able to manipulate. He was smart as a kid. He will be doubly smart now with an adult mind.
The people would not look kindly on a triumph, not with your army at the walls of the city.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Cicero. I really hate Cicero. I hope he dies this season. Does he die this season? Don't tell me. I really hope he does, though.
You wish to be consul?
It's a vanity, I know. But I think I deserve it. And it would please my men.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. He's not instantly going for the king position, but a consul of Rome basically is one of the top people in the Senate, so it's a fair compromise.
You have no connections.
He has an army.
Yeah, that shut him the fuck up.
You must promise to be guided by my counsel. It is an office of high complexity.
And I am well aware of my inexperience.
Wow, if you want to be consul, you must let me manipulate you. Oh, this fucking guy.
Something can be done.
I used to like it when I thought of the name Cicero. He's a jester assassin in the game Skyrim. Now when I think of Cicero, I think of this dick.
He wears armor like a child playing at grown-ups. Come, Tyro.
He literally said that in front of Octavian's soldiers as well. All it would take is one soldier to mention that to Octavian and hopefully off with Cicero's head. How many times this show have I called for the decapitation of Cicero, by the way? Has anyone kept count? It's got to be at least 5.
He's not coming.
Thank you, daughter. I really appreciate these little chats that we have in between your drug binges.
Should have never have smoked some of that joint. She's going to use it against you for the rest of your life.
Tell him that he's still got all our money and we want it back.
I'm starting to like you, Atia. Be careful. That was a very dislikable comment. That money is Octavian's by way of will from Caesar himself. Oh man, I forgot Lucius has still got to come back to all of this shit. The Aventine has just went to complete ruin.
The eldest has been prostituted. The boy is my wife's child by another man. You will treat them with respect.
You didn't need to prefix them with that information before you said treat them with respect. I guess it's his way of saying, like, look, I know you all know, I know you all knew before me, but now I also know I still want you to be nice to them.
Gets a good breeze from the river.
Hey, he's actually smiling. Unfortunately, they can't wait to jump out this window and escape again.
Awkwardness at first, no doubt. We're a family and we'll be together.
Oh man, it is so heartwarming that he's being cool to the boy though.
Yes, Father.
Now, my question is the daughter resenting him for how her mother died, or is it just the fact that she's been away so long and living as a slave that she no longer wants to be, living under his roof? What is her exact reason for wanting to escape? At this point, I assume they resent him for how their mum died.
Mother sent her love.
Does she?
She does.
Octavian knew that was bullshit.
She's your mother.
Octavia, you were there. You know what kind of a mother she is.
For God's no, I have reason to hate as much as you do.
If she had her way, she would take all Octavian's money. She can't have her way.
She put her lover to beating me.
You credit her with too much power. Anthony has a hold on her.
Yes, I do agree with Octavia there. I wouldn't say that Atia unleashed Mark Antony on him. I'd say in that moment, her and Mark Antony both wanted the same thing, but Mark Antony took it too far, and she was kind of powerless to stop him, in her eyes.
She put her lover to beating me. Her sweat was on him.
Yeah, it is so treacherous though. You would have thought your mum would have your back when someone was kicking your ass.
For this? So you can play at soldiers? I might have beat you myself.
He's definitely not playing at soldiers when he's just served Mark Antony his own ass on the battlefield.
I don't intend to enter the city until the Senate has ratified me as consul.
Consul?
I feel like Octavia's always just going to see him as her little brother. He has great ambition and sees way further ahead than anyone else around him.
What a stupid arse you've become!
I disagree. He's becoming a grown-ass man, a powerful one, and he has to make decisions as a powerful grown-ass man.
You've done well, I have no doubt.
Thank you.
That guy looks like he's related to Mark Antony. They've got kinda similar faces.
Pullo was second, you're third. When I die, Pullo dies, you move up. That's how it works.
I feel like that guy has to accept that. Titus Pullo has been Lucius's closest friend for, forever now. Who the fuck's this? Oh, it's his widowed sister, no way.
Raise your head, lady, I'm harmless enough.
It's nice to see him with just a wholesome smile on his face again.
The altar of Blessed Urbana.
Good. And you're well.
Never been to that particular temple myself, but if her dress is anything to go by, it seems very nun-like. And of course, I hate to break it to you Christians out there, but the modern religion of Christianity was heavily influenced by many of the ancient religions which preceded it. It's like someone said, yeah, we like that bit, we like that bit, we like that, we like the fact that there's an over-presiding set of gods, but if we could just streamline that into one dude. I mean, do we really need one guy to look after the fucking sea? Can't it just be one guy looking after it all? They streamlined the gods.
Come to bed, love.
Don't tell me there's trouble on this home front as well. She looked happy to see him.
Tell me. It's something I've done, I expect.
Well, you did kill her lover.
Why do you leave me here for Vorenus?
He needed my help.
Oh man, I wish I could say women nowadays have changed, but no, if you go hang about with your mates too much and you don't have a cool girlfriend, they act exactly like this to this day. I've had girlfriends exactly like this. There we go. There we go, she just needed a bit of love and attention.
So good to see you.
I was waiting for a sarcastic "is it?" there. Octavian's became very sarcastic and cynical, something that I can relate to 100%.
I can change, and I will change if you just give me a chance.
I hope she really means this. That's as endearing as I've ever heard at her.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I feel sorry for her. You better fucking mean this. You better not be making me feel sorry for you and still be being a manipulative bitch. Oh, she's being a manipulative bitch. Fuck you. I fucking should have known. Can't believe I fell for that shit. Part of me thinks the reason that she did that is she wants the protection of Octavian against Servilia still, and also, of course, his money and riches. But yeah, he offers her a lot of security and protection.
Welcome home, brother.
If I was him, I would still go and live in Caesar's villa though. I wouldn't stay in the family house. It's like just now, because he's got this money and power, everyone's trying to sink their claws into him to be able to manipulate him, from Cicero to his own mum. And he's not that type of guy. He will see through all this shit. Bitch slapped with chicken blood. Take that. Someone bitch slapped me with chicken blood, I'd be like, oh, send me back to the slave camp. Fuck you guys.
My old friend. How are you? I've seen better days.
Yeah, well look at Mark Antony. He's seen better years.
Cicero and the Senate is remarkably generous of them to give me so many fresh troops.
Was he being sarcastic there? Or is Cicero aiding both sides?
Act as my second in command? Yes or no?
I can't really say no.
Yeah, the yes or no was just the illusion of choice, like modern politics in a two-party system. Pantomime for the middle class to think they still have a choice. And why do I say for the middle class? I'm not being classist, it's because the upper class are so rich they don't care who wins, and the lower class are so poor they don't care who wins. The middle class are the people teetering on a knife edge and are desperate to make the right decisions so they don't fuck up and drop down a peg.
We may need to bang a few heads together. Maybe.
Whatever needs to be done. A period of calm is essential.
Well, that's easier said than done. I mean, have you seen the Aventine? Besides from that little place where all Lucius's guys hang, the place needs a lot of money put into it, is all I'm saying. Oh shit, he's reefed up. He isn't fucking around.
Thank you, Pillow.
Seems like only yesterday they were in a sewer, shanking a man for infidelity. I hope the actor that plays Cicero is okay, cause he's lost a bit of weight between seasons 1 and 2 to the point where I'm worrying for his health. Is he still alive? He wasn't dying, was he?
Octavian. Caesar.
I hope as soon as he takes the chair he's like, thank you Cicero, now you are no longer needed and cannot manipulate me, fuck off.
The debauchery and chaos we have had to endure will now end.
I believe him when he says stuff like this as well. Octavian is one guy that has not shown himself to be a liar. Hey, working the fucking crowd.
In honour of my father, I propose a motion to declare Brutus and Cassius murderers.
Yes, he's instantly laying the smack down. I wish I was in this room to second that motion. Here comes fucking old whispery Cicero. What's he got to whisper in his ear?
You'll split the chamber, the unity of the Republic.
Step away from my chair.
Yes, I was hoping he would do this. There is no way Cicero can manipulate Octavian. No way. Get back to your seat, you little rat. Look at his little rat walk, his little rat face. Rat the fuck back to your chair and rat down on it and shut your rat face.
Stabbed 27 times, butchered by men he called his friends.
I bet you some of them are still in this room that stuck a knife in Caesar as well.
Love Caesar as I do, that is not murder.
Yes, bringing the fucking Legion into the Senate. This is amazing. Yeah, say some shit now.
I've been outmaneuvered by a child.
It's about time you idiots realise that he's probably the smartest mind in any room.
If Octavian hears that you're in communication with Brutus...
Don't talk. Right.
I hope this is the nail in the coffin for this fuck. If he sends this letter and Octavian finds out, he is as good as dead. What's happening, people? Quick interruption right now to let you know that YouTube are trying to demonetize everything reactors do just now. Many reactors have actually quit over the last year due to strict demonetization options. And if it's not the corporations or the movie companies trying to copyright strike honest reviews of their products, it's the companies who are putting ads at the start and the end of videos that don't want to have their products put on the videos of people who, heaven forbid, might occasionally utter the word fuck. If you're one of these people that doesn't care if someone, heaven forbid, utters the word fuck from time to time and want to continue supporting real reactors being real human beings and not some fake people who don't even talk in the same dialect they use in day-to-day life, sign up to the Patreon and I'll keep bringing you this content exactly how it's meant to be, unfiltered, straight in your face. Back to the show. They're definitely still planning to run away if they're stealing supplies like this.
Children?
Father?
Please don't run away. I've never seen this guy happier. You're gonna make him stone-faced for the rest of the entire show.
I thought maybe sometime soon we could spend the day together. In the country.
Oh, fuck. This is stressful to watch, knowing what they're planning. This has got to be because of how their mother died.
We'll do that.
Also, I'm not trying to discredit their survival skills or nothing, but if they do run away, how are they going to fend for themselves?
Ever seen a real one?
What's that?
An elephant.
Yes. To you?
She said more than 3 sentences to him. This instantly makes me think she likes him a little bit.
You can have me if you like.
It's nice of her to offer it up like that. Now, if you thought he was smiling yesterday, wait until you see the look on his face tomorrow.
There's some coin on the table. Take half.
Oh, wow. Didn't realise he was treating her like a straight-up prostitute.
You like me too, I suppose.
Something like that.
Oh, what a happy couple we'd make. Take the money.
Respect his honesty a little bit, but that's incredibly disrespectful. I would say, though, deep down he's doing this because he's still so loyal to his dead wife. He couldn't, get to grips with what he's done unless it was just for sex, and anything other than just sex would be a betrayal to his dead wife. Knowing Lucius's mind, that's definitely why he did that shit. Although, of course, she's gonna take it as straight disrespect, obviously, as you would.
We should not be in such places.
Don't be so fucking pious.
This is like some Sodom and Gomorrah shit. Jesus Christ, the introduction of hemp into Rome has severely changed the vibe.
I say, are the walls melting?
And this woman does such a good job of looking stoned that I am fully convinced she smoked a fat joint before every single one of her scenes in this show.
They are melting. We should all die.
What the fuck is she smoking? That's not weed.
Have her washed and put to bed as quietly as possible.
Wait.
You'd think Atia would respect him for doing that.
And brought you home to Mother. It's a strange abduction. Where was she?
Even Atia can see that he's done a nice thing here.
I was at an orgy, Mother. It was an orgy.
Early stages of an orgy.
There is definitely a distinction between an orgy and early stages orgy, but still.
He'll banish you at the very least.
No, he won't. And I suck no slave cock. I hadn't got to that part.
What, slaves were getting their cocks sucked in ancient Rome? Sounds like not too bad a gig.
Why wouldn't you run and tell your lord and master?
Because...
Oh, here he comes, Pepe Le Pew.
Because I love her.
Fucking knew it. Can't keep this shit to himself, can he?
Beautiful. And I would tear down the sky for you if you asked me to.
Well...
What a cock.
If you ever speak to her again like that in my presence, I shall be very angry.
Oh man, this is the least threatening guy of all time. He's gonna write her a firmly worded letter.
The Senate to declare us murderers and enemies of the Republic.
That's an outrage. That's a crime.
I mean, you did stab a guy to death.
This is what we've been waiting for. There you are. Take a letter to Cicero.
Brutus looks like he's done a rail of cocaine. He seems pretty hyped up about this information.
Bacchus.
I take it these are the two Aventine crime lords.
He and Pullo are old friends.
What do you mean?
It's alright, brother. Cote here means no offence.
I think he definitely means offence.
Have the Argosy docks. You can divide them between you as you wish. We keep the Ostians.
Seems like a fair compromise.
Peace, then.
That was a very well negotiated thing there by Lucius. I hope they don't take his kindness for weakness and try and take the piss with him.
We'll split half and half, eh?
Bollocks, we will.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you two, do not start fighting over your docks. I don't even think the boy wants to go with them. He's too young to be making decisions like this.
Run away! Why?
We can't stay with that evil man.
Oh, well, at least they only ran to his widow's sister.
And your sister. When she turns woman, shall she be a whore also? Your brother a catamite?
Yeah, she really hasn't thought this through. I understand the fury you would have. I understand. But they have to try and make things work as a family, because what's out there for them in the streets is way worse.
Tell him you love him. Never. Your mother wants you to live. Believe me, this is your only chance.
I agree with everything she just said there.
Forgiveness is all he wants. You will thank the gods for redeeming him.
And he will be a great father to them. Like, he really will. I truly believe he will be a great dad. A strict dad, but yeah, way less strict than he was in season 1.
I must formally demand that you surrender command of your legions.
And why would I do that?
Tell me this is Cicero's last ever scene.
They bring with them 20 legions. How many legions do you have?
Even just hearing that information, I would assume Octavian is smart enough to understand someone in the Senate has given them word of what went down there, and most likely it was Cicero.
A war between you and Brutus would be short and bloody.
And yet again he waltzes out of a fucking room. Fuck you, mate.
So? What's to be done then? I don't know.
It's not often Octavian doesn't know what the best course of action is.
Hello, boys.
It does sound like a difficult problem to solve, though, if they're not lying about the 20 legions.
Someone died.
Did that give Octavian the idea to perhaps team up with Mark Antony and his 7 legions?
I enclose your father's ring that his father gave him.
I thought Servilia was going to be like severely disfigured after her torture. It was just a lot of blood on her face. She came out of it quite okay.
General Antony, sir.
Please tell me it's someone from Octavian's side. Yes! Oh, this is amazing. If she can convince him to team up with Octavian, they will crush Brutus and the other guy's legions. No problem. I don't even care if they're outnumbered.
I'm not sure about the beard.
I've got used to it already. You get used to it after a few scenes out here. Oh, this is the team up we need. This is the team up we need. I'm actually so hyped for this shit. Yes. Yes. This is amazing.
A cow can't have 3 balls.
I hear it's not funny.
I like Titus's wife, keeping him grounded now she's free.
That smells delicious.
Thank you, Father. I hope you like it.
Nice, you did a good job. Good job holding in your eternal hatred for him. Was that the ancient Rome way of crossing your fingers, I take it? Okay, and that was episode 5 of season 2 of Rome, Heroes of the Republic, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Heroes of the Republic, what did I think of that? For the most part, this was again an incredibly satisfactory episode, at least by the end of it. There was a lot of things they were setting up which I didn't like to begin with, but by the end I was fully on board with it all. Of course we saw Cicero thinking he was going to be able to manipulate Octavian after giving him the position of consul in the Senate. Octavian instantly let him know that that wasn't happening and brought his legion into the Senate, which I know is like a really aggressive statement and is a no-no to the Senate. But to be honest, there's probably people in that room who literally drove a knife into Caesar's body, so at that point I think if you were consul you should have every right to have protection while you were there, just based on the history of what has happened in that room. And I thought that's how it would go. Octavian is one of the few characters intelligent enough to see right through people's scheming, and from day one Cicero has just been the most scheming piece of shit in this entire show, and to see Octavian lift the veil on him instantly like that was glorious. Of course that led to him sending a letter to Brutus, which again made us think, oh shit, Octavian is in peril now, 20 legions against his 4. But then it led to something even greater which I had no idea was coming, and that he actually managed to strike up a peace treaty with Mark Antony so they can combine their legions. What's that? He's got 7, Octavian's got 4. That's 11 legions. Now, even if Brutus and the other guy's legions are genuinely 20 strong, and as they said it was probably a not accurate number, but even if they are 20 strong, I back Octavian and Mark Antony to have the best legions. So I fully back their 11 against 20. Even though it's 2-to-1 odds, do not care. For every 2 guys they have, Octavian and Mark Antony will kill 2 with 1 soldier. Fully believe that's what's going to happen. This show just keeps throwing great drama at me and then giving me such satisfying moments as a result of it. They are great at writing these moments that proper make you root for the characters as a spectator. And obviously I can't wait to see what happens next episode, or a few episodes time. I'm assuming we're actually going to see a little bit of this epic battle now, which hopefully ends with Cicero and Brutus's heads on spikes. And the other arc going on was Lucius's family may be home, but all is not perfect on the home front. They clearly still resent him for the death of their mother and the fact they were taken into slavery, even though technically neither of those things were his fault. I mean, it's up in the air as to whether or not he would have actually killed his wife. He certainly seemed like he was going to in that scene, but yeah, she took her own life, so we'll never know. But they still understandably, I guess, blame him for that. But the fact that the first person they chose to run away to was his widow's sister, and she gave them such great advice and they did decide to return home, it's not good, but it's better if they'd have just ran away and lived on the streets. The sister was bringing up great points in that scene, the widow's sister, where she said, you know, what are you going to do, be a prostitute and do all this, and do you want the same for your sister and little brother? Like, that is a horrible way to live your life. They are definitely going to have a better quality of life under Lucius's roof. I don't care if they were crossing their fingers at the end of the episode. The more time they spend with him, the more they will see he truly loves them and has turned a corner kind of, in the sense that he's not as military minded as he was in season 1. He has a bit more compassion, he's trying to live life with a smile on his face and be a good dad, and hopefully they warm to him a bit more over time when they see that those are the only true intentions he has. Now, he also struck up a peace treaty with the crime lords in the Aventine this episode, and as expected, they did take his kindness for weakness, but they still accepted the deal. But then straight away they started bickering about how they were going to split up the dock, suggesting they may not keep peace between one another. The problem with this is, if shit gets really bad, Lucius has the backing of Octavian to create peace. If they do not stick to it, Octavian will get involved and they will have legions on their ass, so they better abide by the rules, because Lucius is not gotten soft, he's just doing what Octavian told him to. I say it every episode now, but I absolutely love this show. Like, this show is going to hold a place in my mind to the day I die, and years from now I will be genuinely just as excited to rewatch this as I have been initially watching it once through. If anything, the second time when I choose to rewatch this in future will be more interesting, because by then I will have watched many documentaries on the time period, which will add way more context to the things that I'm seeing on screen which I'm unaware of. Some people in the comments sometimes disagree with me about people's intentions, and they confuse that I'm basing this completely on what the show is showing me and not on actual history, whereas they will be students of both the actual history and the show and come at me like I'm wrong because of the actual history. They need to remember I'm just basing this on what the show is showing me episode by episode and making my own mind up from what the show is deciding to show me. I'm not always right, I'm not always wrong, and there is no right and wrong when it comes down to subjective opinion anyway, so we can agree to disagree. It's cool. But all you need to know is I'm fully invested in this and loving it, otherwise I wouldn't have strong opinions one way or the other. And of course I cannot wait to see what happens next week as always. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and the channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.